Psalm 5, a morning prayer for guidance and protection. Psalm 5 is often read as a structured movement of prayer that begins in personal need and rises into confidence grounded in God's character. Traditionally attributed to David, it presents a voice that is both deeply individual and broadly representative of the faithful life. The opening verses, 1-3, set an intimate tone. The speaker calls on God to hear not only spoken words but also inward thoughts and silent longings. Addressing God as my King and my God expresses both devotion and submission, suggesting a relationship shaped by trust and allegiance. The reference to morning prayer conveys intentionality. The day begins by orienting oneself toward God. This is not a mechanical act but a relational one, an ongoing conversation that includes both articulated requests and unspoken concerns. In verses 4-6, the focus shifts from human need to divine character. God is described as wholly opposed to evil. Wrongdoing cannot coexist with him. The language is strong, portraying deceit, violence, and arrogance as fundamentally incompatible with God's nature. This section underscores the seriousness of moral failure, not as a minor flaw, but as something that contradicts the very being of God. Yet within the wider biblical narrative, this strict justice is held alongside the possibility of mercy, revealing a tension between holiness and compassion. Verse 7 introduces that note of mercy more directly. The speaker approaches God not on the basis of personal worthiness, but because of abundant mercy. Worship is marked by reverence, acknowledging both God's greatness and human dependence. This moment serves as a turning point. Access to God is not earned but granted, and it is received with humility rather than confidence in one's own goodness. The prayer in verse 8 asks for guidance, specifically, for a straight and clear path. The concern here is not only external protection but internal alignment. Living rightly in a world marked by opposition requires direction that comes from beyond oneself. The request reflects a desire for moral clarity and steadfastness, especially when surrounded by influences that could lead one astray. Verses 9-10 return to the theme of evil, this time describing it in human terms. The wicked are characterized by dishonesty, destructive intent, and manipulative speech. The plea for judgment may sound severe, but it is framed as an appeal to divine justice rather than personal retaliation. It acknowledges that wrongdoing has real consequences and entrusts their resolution to God rather than to human vengeance. The final verses, 11-12, bring a shift in tone from tension to assurance. Those who trust in God are depicted as rejoicing under his protection. Divine favor is likened to a shield, suggesting both defense and blessing. Righteousness here is not portrayed as flawless behavior but as a condition of belonging, marked by trust and relationship. Joy emerges not from circumstances but from confidence in God's enduring care. Taken as a whole, Psalm 5 traces a movement from personal appeal to theological reflection, then to ethical contrast, and finally to settled hope. It presents a world in which evil is real and troubling, yet ultimately limited by the justice and faithfulness of God. For many readers, it also points forward to a fuller vision of righteousness embodied perfectly in Jesus Christ, through whom mercy and justice are brought into their deepest harmony.
Psalm 5, to the chief musician, with flutes, a psalm of David. Give ear to my words, O Lord, consider my meditation. Give heed to the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for to you I will pray. My voice you shall hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning I will direct it to you, and I will look up. For you are not a God who takes pleasure in wickedness, nor shall evil dwell with you. The boastful shall not stand in your sight. You hate all workers of iniquity. You shall destroy those who speak falsehood. The Lord abhors the bloodthirsty and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into your house in the multitude of your mercy. In fear of you I will worship toward your holy temple. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth, their inward part is destruction. Their throat is an open tomb, they flatter with their tongue. Pronounce them guilty, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against you. But let all those rejoice who put their trust in you. Let them ever shout for joy, because you defend them. Let those also who love your name be joyful in you. For you, O Lord, will bless the righteous. With favor you will surround him as with a shield.